1 year ago today, on March 10th, I got a text from the governor's office. COVID-19 had claimed its first victim in South Dakota. Days later, on March 16th, America pressed pause. We all hunkered down and stayed inside. But you know what? Not everyone in America had the option to hunker down and stay inside. A few thousand individuals come to mind. South Dakota's frontline healthcare workers. Our doctors and nurses and others didn't shy away from the fight. Instead, they prepared their COVID-19 wards, they made their contingency plan, they put on their PPE, and they went to work, preparing for the surge that would eventually come to South Dakota. I recently heard from the widow of an Avera patient. Her husband caught COVID in a nursing home, and he began to decline rapidly. When it came time to say goodbye, one nurse was inside with the husband, and another nurse was on the outside of the glass window with the wife. Both nurses held phones to their ears as the couple said goodbye. This widow said, "The nurses felt like an extension of my husband. God was there with them. We felt his presence through those nurses." That widow could not be more grateful for the compassion the nurses showed her during such a sad time. And this is just one of the hundreds of heroic stories that I've heard from the medical community and from patients throughout the past year. And I know there are thousands more who haven't gotten the attention they deserve. I want to make sure that these names and these actions are not forgotten. And that's why I will be asking that every name of every doctor and nurse and PA and EMT in South Dakota working on the front lines of this pandemic will have their names entered into the congressional record to forever memorialize their sacrifices and their work during this unprecedented year. So 1-year anniversaries are typically a cause for celebration, but of course, not today. It's today, instead, we mourn the lives of 1,900 South Dakotans taken too soon. We mourn the hours lost with family and friends. From the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to the thousands of you in South Dakota, the frontline healthcare workers who rose to the challenge and whose efforts saved lives and comforted so many.